He made some news last night for something he did on the football field with a late hit on Patriots tight end Ben Watson. The hit raised a lot of eyebrows concerning Watson had recently criticized Reid for his opposition to the Players Coalition, tweeting, "Yes, Eric Reid, you are wrong. You know the work many of us, including Malcolm Jenkins, have done. No one entity owns this movement. We are all a continuation of generations who fought before us. We need each other." After the game, Reid was asked if the hit had anything to do with the criticism.
Some people drew the connection between Ben's tweet and then the hit. Was it personal at all?
What tweet?
The tweet that Ben Watson tweeted you saying that you were wrong about the Players Coalition.
I didn't even know he tweeted. Okay. That's not even something that you process in a game.
Right.
I'm not analyzing who has the ball in their hand and what they tweeted at me while I'm playing the game. So.
All right, the question here is, do you buy that Reid wasn't taking a cheap shot based off the tweet beef?
No, I don't buy any of this. Just from my experiences and being in those situations, things happen in microframes when you're out there. A good veteran like Eric Reid. So I saw 3 levels of guilt right there. One is the timing. Like, you know, Rodney Harrison was my teammate.
Yeah.
Rodney knew what he was doing. I mean, he would wait to the echo of the whistle before it's time to start to hit you. Wait it to after the whistle, it's time to go get it. I used to talk to him a lot of times because sometimes he would hit me. 2 was, where was your aim? Your helmet was trying to come in there. Missed, and then you hit him with the shoulder lean. And then really what got me on terms of, all right, let me hit the gavel, guilty, is when you do things like that, you know what you just did. So when you did it and it wasn't intentional, I couldn't slow down, whatever it may be, my bad, big dog, immediately in the moment, you don't get up and then, oh, what happened? Oh, my bad. Right there, that pause, those frames, that's guilt, bro. I've been there.
James, you're the expert.
Oh, I'm the expert. Oh,
Yeah.
How am I the expert?
How much were you fined in your career?
Not that much compared to other people.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm with you. I think it was on purpose. And the only reason I think it was on purpose is if you look at this play, right at the end, the kick, I'm trying to get more force into you than I need to. You see that little kick at the end? I'm trying to drive my shoulder into you because I know it's you. I don't recognize who has the ball, all that. That's bull. I know it's you. I see it's you. You know what? Here's my opportunity for what you said. I'm going to give it to you. If it wasn't for the little kick at the end to drive your shoulder deep into his head, I would have said it was an accident. He didn't mean it. He just dived in there late. Even though you can already see dude is on the ground before you even comes down to get into the contact.
Come on.
Definitely, I believe it was on purpose.
I was born at night, not last night.
Right.
And so I don't buy it. But I also don't buy it because you guys have played the game. You know how it does slow down, right? So I'd like to believe, I really want to believe, hey, I just hit whoever. But one, that's a play that they've tried to eliminate from football for the exact reason, right? Ben Watson's in the concussion protocol because of a preseason hit. And 2, you know, there's the extra emphasis at the end, and there wasn't the, oh, hey, my bad, I didn't mean to hit you late thing. The worst part about it is this goes along with the narrative that Benjamin Watson was tweeting about, right? It's like, hey, man, we're all in this movement together. We may have different visions of how we're supposed to do, but how we're supposed to do things, but there is a brotherhood, not just about football players, but about being black football players. And to do that to one of your brothers, like, I would be especially offended if I wasn't just a Patriot, but I was a Carolina Panther.
You all play in the NFL or played in the NFL. I think, y'all correct me, there's just a different energy and anger you play with in the preseason. And so that's where I don't get it. Late hits just aren't for preseason.
Hell no.
Particularly not for veterans.
No
hits.
You're not, especially that situation. He's already going down. It's no need for you to dive in there. Maybe you miss him and hit your whole shoulder, get a separation or something.
Or hit your teammate. But again, I just think there's a different emotional energy with for veteran players. If this was a rookie player that's trying to pile on and get credit for a tackle or do something, I almost get it. And then the other thing, which I just don't buy at all, what tweet? What tweet? Come on, man.
Did ask you.
You live on Twitter. He added you. Come on. An NFL player who's basically the second guy at the coalition, and we've already seen you go after Malcolm Jenkins. And so here's the #2 guy at the coalition who's outspoken, but What tweet you talking about?
Can we go here? Can we go here, party people? First of all, we're going back to school, y'all. And I remember my favorite subject was math. I was very advanced at math, and my teachers always used to say, show me your work. Don't just show me that you got the answer right. I need to see the equation, the variables. And I hated that, but you got to go through the process. When we on the football field, it's Terminator. Ding, 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 ding. Tom Brady has the ball. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, Sonny Mitchell has the ball. No, that's Ben Watson. We know who got the ball because they all got dollar signs. If I get Brady, that's not the same as getting Ben Watson, brother. Not me. That's how I interpret it. So, boom, lock in. I see you, ground, option, abort. No, it's Ben Watson. Yeah, you do all that. That's intentional. Now, why is it intentional? Ask Josh Norman about your boy Eric Reid. When Josh Norman was on the call with him and said, look, I'm going to send you a plane ticket, Eric Reid, the way you acting, so I can come out here and get some of this. Like, wanted to go to blows with the guy because he brings this energy. Yeah. And then this energy manifests and it goes beyond, it goes across the line. Same thing happening in the coalition cause. They just crossing the line. Who's a sellout? Who's a coon? They didn't work with us. They ain't come through us. No approval. Kaepernick must be the lead. Dr. Harry Edwards told Kaepernick, the same guy he advised in the kneeling, that whoever starts the movement doesn't necessarily have to lead the movement. All of a sudden, everything went awry. This dude is just on one, and every time he does something, I am going to point it out.
Well, let's remember that we saw on, it's the Amazon show about football, not Hard Knocks, but we saw where Cam Newton said last year, like, he questioned Ron Rivera about, hey, man, what kind of energy is Eric Reid going to bring here? What kind of noise is he going to bring to this team? We just want it to be all about football. Eric Reid, again, it's not all about football with this guy. He's bringing an energy to this team that I think is inappropriate. And again, the only thing he should have done here after the game was apologize.
Man.
And I never heard the apology. I go, what are you talking about? And then he acknowledges he's going to get fined because he knows he did something wrong. You just put a guy in the protocol for no reason in a preseason game, a veteran player who has no problem with you. The guy, Ben Watson's criticism was very mild, and it was respectful. Again, I'm not an Eric Reid fan.
Well, look,
no, but it's also incredibly selfish, right? Because you do this, and you do this. If he does this again in the season, then he gets suspended, and now they don't have the starting defensive back, right? So I mean, like, football is the ultimate team game, and while he may think this is whatever his personal vendetta is, I totally agree with you. There's nothing wrong, even with saying, hey, in that moment, I lost my mind. I was mad about Ben Watson, what he tweeted. I'm mad about how I'm being perceived, and I lost my mind.
He couldn't admit that even if he wanted to.
Well,
even if that was the right thing to do, you can't admit that. He could only do what he just did. But to add to it saying that I didn't know who had the ball, I didn't hear the tweet, now I know you did it on purpose.
Yeah, your credibility is shot. And look, let's not put words in his mouth. I'm going to read you what he says, and this is going to let you know his state of mind. He says, quote, I think it was James Baldwin that said, to be black in America and to be relatively conscious is to be in a constant state of anger. I'm in a constant state of anger.
Yeah.
Now, that has its purpose in its right perspective. But if that's how you're walking around and doing your business all day, every day, I feel sorry for you, brother.
It's not the right state of mind, though.
No.
It's unhealthy in every way. Games are to be played with joy, and again, I understand emotional anger is a part of it.
Right.
But life is to be pursued with great joy and a positive energy. That James Baldwin quote gets a lot of play, and people, it's the wrong energy. You start carrying that anger around you all the time and to be in this constant state of anger, it's an early death. It's a lot of problems and complications in your life. You won't reach the level of success. You got to remember, this guy was a first-round pick, Eric Reid. He was high school All-American, everything. He potentially, in my view, could be one of the best players in the league. He's already been run out of San Francisco. You know, decent player last year, maybe somewhere around the 15th or 20th best safety in the league. He's underachieving. He's tapped into the wrong emotional energy. It works over, being angry works over Twitter. Twitter is not the real world.
It also honestly can divide a team. I mean, look, he has white teammates, and when you're the white guy and you see the angry black guy who's just angry all the time because of his perceived injustice in the world, then all of a sudden it creates a chasm in the locker room. And the locker room is a place where, especially in football, but any sport, it's supposed to bring you together. And so that negative energy can crack apart a team. And it's one of the reasons that you ask yourself, why does this team go south? It's because you have too many guys with that negative energy.
All right, coming up, Hall of Famer Marshall Faulk just took a shot at Dak Prescott, but was there actually more to his words than meets the eye? Find out next.